Hey everybody, we're Sanctions Bob.
And this is Patrick McGowan.
I am not a number. I am a human being.
I need the Rembrandt letters. Yeah.
Have you ever watched The Prisoner?
No, I seen him on Silver Streak though.
Oh, okay. It's a wild show. You should watch it. It's out there on Pluto or something, you know.
Is this where he's trapped in an island or something?
Yes, yeah, exactly.
Oddly enough, I think I did watch it once as a child.
My father set me in front of the television and said, "Son, watch this.
This is your only friend, so take good
I
care."
am number one. You are number two.
I
am
see
not the number.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it was on PBS, I think.
Yeah, probably. It's kind of a weird
yeah.
It's a bit of a weird show there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could he get off the island? Was he stuck on the island or was he
I don't want to ruin it for you. I mean, it's only a 70-year-old show or something.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, that's your age anyway.
I watched it on Pluto or one of those things not that long ago, probably within the last 2 years.
No one knows what the hell we're talking about.
Yeah, no one knows.
Whatever, I'm tuning out immediately. Thank you.
I don't want to talk about Patrick McGowan.
Talk about Rick and Morty or something funny, man. Come on.
That's right, something contemporary.
I don't know anything about Rick and Morty.
With a name like Smuckers.
Yeah, Mason Adams. That's really going to lose people right there.
I'm just, I heard that guy's voice, Mason Adams, all my life, and he's dead now.
He had a great voice.
He had a great voice, and been working on my Mason Adams impersonation, and you know what? It's not terrible.
It's not bad. It's not bad
at all.
I don't usually.
I have to say the commercial though, otherwise it doesn't sound like him.
Yeah. They kind of cut those commercials a long time ago, though. So people.
Yeah. Well, the name like Smuckers, it's got to be good.
There's this jam called Smuckers, and this guy used to do a voiceover on it. And...
Anyway.
So.
Speaking of death,
we're timely. Yeah.
There's this guy named Rodney Allen Rippey.
We're talking about the banana splits next week, so get ready.
Right. Next week, tune in for banana splits.
So, you were talking about
I was at this funeral. I had to go to a funeral this week, which is just a downer, really.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you said you were all like hyped up on that. Yeah.
You were all excited about going to a funeral.
Well,
I wasn't excited. It was terrible. It was
free food, yay!
I didn't think there would be free food, but there was.
Come on.
But the interesting thing was, so I go to this funeral, and I couldn't make it to the visitation because of this didn't work out. So I wanted to be, a good guy, and so I did make it to the funeral.
Yes.
And but then I'm like one of the very few non-family people,
right?
Because it's the funeral, so
yeah.
And so that was a little odd. And then the other odd thing was Billy Bob Thornton was the guy doing all the talking.
That is a funeral I would go to immediately. I would immediately go. If I didn't even know the decedent, I would still go.
It was a friend of mine's mother, a good friend of mine's mother.
I'm sorry, Mrs.
McGillicuddy.
McGillicuddy. I was going to say McGillicuddy. That's funny that you would say.
Yeah.
Mrs. Durfee, we're sorry. May you rest with the angels. Right.
So the family was not a particularly religious type family, and so I knew I'm like, well, you always wonder, right? You're always like, if you have, because I haven't, thankfully, I haven't had to go to a lot of funerals in my life. And a lot of times I ditch them because I don't like to go to funerals.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. And so, but here lately, because, now that I'm older and I'm supposed to be, I guess, doing these kind of things, I'm doing them. But, and closer people into me, closer to me, are having people die, and so therefore I'm like, I better go. I can't get out of it. And but anyway, so I was like, I always wonder if they're not like real churchy people.
Yeah.
Who's gonna be talking?
Billy Bob Thornton.
Yeah, and in this case, he was taller than Billy Bob.
Yeah.
But he had more actual hair of his own, but he had like the soul patch.
Yeah.
And he had the look, but I mean, he didn't look like Billy Bob in the sense when you see him in interviews where he like seems to be like, Southern homeless.
Yeah.
Dressed.
Right.
But he was dressed in a suit and everything, but he kind of had the look, skinny, soul patch, his
the
eyes
opposite view.
And so forth.
Yeah.
And so the whole time I'm sitting there in the pews or whatever, I'm like, God, that guy really looks like Billy Bob Thornton. So, and he sounded like him. More time. You sounded like him too,
Yeah.
Oh, today we're here to talk about Miss McGillicuddy.
I'd work on that accent.
Okay.
That voice is not it. Do it more like Mason Adams. I think it'd be funnier.
Okay.
What?
A name like McGillicuddy, she had to be nice.
I'd rather hear like a Jimmy Stewart.
What? It's a sad, sad day.
I'm sorry, Mrs. McGillicuddy. I'm sorry. I don't mean to laugh.
Miss Bingo McGillicuddy has passed away.
You are cruel, man. Jeez. God.
But it was the whole. I'm just like, this is interesting. I mean, this is just a trip.
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine Billy Bob doing a eulogy and everything?
I would like to hear the curse words, everything. Yeah, I would love to hear
going. That's a little sling blade in there.
I like the decedent.
Like a broken mower that can't be fixed. Yeah, it was just bizarre though. That really was the only famous looking person in the room. For some reason, have you noticed this as we're talking about this, it comes to mind how we seem to equate people with famous faces quite a bit.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is that something odd or strange? I mean,
no, I just did this over the weekend actually.
Do other people talk like this where they're like, I saw this guy, he looked like Robert De Niro.
Yeah.
And really they probably don't, but we just have this weird equation here.
What was weird was like I went to a football game this weekend and this guy was a dead ringer for the coach, but he was outside the fence drinking like all these beers.
Maybe he was the coach.
I'm like, hey coach, you might want to lay back on the beers there. And he's like, yeah, everyone calls me the coach because I look like the coach, fuck off,
Oh, did he really acknowledge the fact?
Yeah, no, he is a dead ringer for the coach. I mean, he's like, wow.
I mean, did he look like you? Because I mean, you could be a coach. You look like if they had like in some type of collegiate or professional sports where they have like the fifth coach, that's you.
I look like Buddy Ryan from the Bears right before he died, I guess. Yeah, that's what I look like.
Well, his eyes bugging out and he's grabbing at his throat.
Yeah, basically, glasses, the white hair, the big belly.
Big belly. I mean, you look like a coach. You can get some You just put some headphones on, and have somebody chasing you around with a cable, and then
Yeah.
This is our special teams defense coach.
Oh, he's special, all right.
Yeah.
He's ultra special. He's very special.
They just keep you around because make everybody feel better about themselves.
He's just funny. I don't know.
He looks funny. He acts funny. He smells funny. He's funny all the way around.
You smell like a coach to me. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
So this guy say anything like Billy Bob though, or was it pretty?
Yeah, he talked like it. He kind of had a little bit of a drawl.
No, I mean
Billy Bob really doesn't have Billy Bob doesn't really talk like a Southerner.
No,
he talks like he has like a little bit of a drawl. He talks like a Midwesterner with a little bit of a Southern drawl because he's from Arkansas.
Yeah,
and that's not too far afield here. So he'll talk, he just, we was out in the back there and shooting some bottles with a 22 rifle. That's my Billy Bob Thornton. Thank you. No, he sounded like him and he looked like him. And I'm like, God, this is bizarre.
But I mean, did he say anything bizarre? Like any weird comments or?
Well, I think all funerals are bizarre, to be honest with you.
Well, no, I mean like really weird, bizarre. Like, yeah, I saw the decedent naked once, and
no, because to be in all honesty, I don't think he even really knew her.
It's just some random guy they picked off the street.
Well, no, they do. So if you pass away, there are people who then will assume the role of the pastor, and he probably was a pastor. I didn't even talk to him, but and then they basically go talk. He read the obituary, which I always find hilarious. They always read the obituary, right?
Mm-hmm.
Preceded in death by her husband, still alive with children and grandchildren and so forth. Mm-hmm. And I'm always like, they're just reading I'm like, we already got that, everybody got it. Yeah. We all got emailed or texted that obituary.
Right.
But he's just filling time, right? Because he's like, I got to put a good 30 in here or else I'm, they're going to feel like they're getting their money,
Oh, shit. That's a long time to talk at a funeral for 30 minutes.
Well, they had a couple of songs, too.
Kumbaya.
Yep.
Kumbaya.
No, she had Elvis, which I thought was cool.
Elvis.
She liked Elvis, and so they played like some gospel Elvis singing. It was great.
I'll have a blue.
No Blue Christmas. Come on. It was like How Great They Are or something.
How great.
No, but it's Elvis, So
the universe displayed.
I thought that was the fun part. But no, this guy, he reads the obituary. He goes through a couple of stories somebody told him, just like 10 minutes ago. And then he tees up a couple of songs, saying, Bingo loved Elvis.
Here's one of her favorites. In the ghetto.
This is a real toe tapper.
Oh my God.
And then he closes it out with, well, actually he has another guy close it out. So then he sets it up, gets everybody all somber and sad. And then some other doofus comes in and says, this concludes this portion of the funeral. We will reconvene at the gravesite. He did. He literally was like a town crier.
Hear ye, hear ye, hear ye. What it all?
You sad bastards in the pews.
Messieurs and madames, enchanté.
And then I did go to the graveside as well. So you said the free food. You were making fun of me about free food.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't realize there was going to be free food. But I went to the graveside, and then my friend said, hey, we're going to have some food. I'm like, you going to show up? I go, yeah, I'll be there.
Come on down to the Elks Club, man. We'll feed you. Come on.
Yeah, no, well, they, not to get too particular, but mixed in the family, they're like own a lot of small businesses, and one of them is apparently a fairly popular restaurant.
Cha-ching!
So,
Wait,
yeah.
and here's Bob at the thing. Yahtzee! Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yahtzee, yeah. And so I did show up with the family, and that was free booze and food, but I don't really drink anymore, so. But other people did, so.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's her Nana,
free beers and whatnot. So yeah, but it was very nice and everything. Probably the strangest thing was Billy Bob.
Yeah,
doing and he was very sincere and everything. It just kind of threw me, I'm like,
yeah, that'd be cool though. Yeah, I'd watch it.
I was gonna bust out the harmonica and start playing a song or something. He goes, everything is gonna be all right this morning.
Sing us a song, you're the piano man.
Yeah. No, he goes, laughing, ha 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 ha, laughing, ha 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 ha.
At a funeral, yeah, that would be funny. I should laugh.
It was very good, but that just kind of tipped me a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, this is different. We talked about this, I don't know how many weeks ago it's been, where I said, I want you, whoever goes first, I want you to get up there and be God honest truth about it. Remember this?
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
And then you got all upset with me.
Yeah.
Well, this lady was she was a very good person. I knew her for a very long time, and she obviously was a good person. So it's not unlike myself. Or you, for that matter.
This isn't the lady that pinched your ass at McDonald's a lot, is it?
No, that was not. She was not uncouth. She was a very proper person. And so there was no reason to do that. But some people you go and you're like, holy fuck, this is a bag of lies.
Yeah,
they're so great. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Other than the alcoholism and the gambling, sure.
She was really great.
Yeah. No, she was very nice. Probably one of the nicer people that I had, growing up.
No, rest in peace.
Her husband was very nice too. He was very kind to me. He was a great guy. I worked for him for a while.
Bob, go get the papers. Get the papers.
No, he'd be like, I'm taking off. You watch the place. I'll be back in 2 hours.
See you later.
Yeah. He's like,
all right.
You're stuck now. I'm leaving.
There's a little weed in the cash register if you want it, man.
All right. I'm fine.
Okay.
No, he was a great guy to me. So
yeah, I'm straight, man. Sorry, Mr. McGillicuddy.
I got more stories about him though.
Mm-hmm. Well, this is the guy I'm thinking about. Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah. It was.
This is kind of ringing a bell, but I don't want to go into it. It's not my place to tell it.
Don't go into
I'm not. Please. No, I don't want to get my legs broken. Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
So, but yeah, it was all good though. But yeah, Billy Bob was the big curveball in that whole situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. I'm like, Although maybe I should have got his name. I could have him. He's not that old, so he may outlive me. So maybe he can be at mine. Then he can introduce you, and you can tell people how terrible a person I am. So
he was the worst son of a bitch.
This is you standing up there. First of all, he owes me $500. So I hope it's in the will, because if it's not, I need to get that.
Secondly, he wanted to pork the radio station secretary so bad. I'm not kidding.
That was you.
So bad. He wanted London Bridger so bad.
I'll have a.
I'm not into that. I'm not into
my casket. I'll have a thing that says projection.
Yeah. It pops open. Bing!
Every time you're talking, it pops up.
Yeah.
But yeah. So anyway, what's going on with you? Besides looking like a coach, I don't look like a coach. You look like a coach for sure.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't have really like a big story. I like little stories, I guess.
Yeah. Well,
I'll just throw them until they stick to the wall. How's that?
Let's not tell honeymoon stories.
So like I had to go to a doctor's appointment today, and it is a fairly modern location, modern building, very nice, very spacious.
Okay.
And,
are old buildings not spacious enough for you or something?
Well, no, I'm just saying it's nice. Some money was spent in because everything's like glass.
I see. So it had like some kind of special sculpture in the lobby or a fountain.
Yeah, well, no, I mean not that special, but I really like glass elevators.
Have you ever seen the Picasso in Daily Plaza?
I love it.
I love it. They got it at this place too. It's a little version.
So, where I had needed to go, you have to kind of zigzag around. You have to get like to the top floor and zigzag around to where you need to go. It's not.
So it was like a heart appointment where they're testing your stamina. Can you make it up here? He's got a zigzag.
You have to wear like this rat costume, right? And you, like go through this. No, I don't know why. I'm being like a jag off to people recently. I don't know why.
Recently.
Recently. I don't know. Like I'm having like Tourette's or something. I don't know why.
I've woken up from my foggy stupor for the last 45 years and realizing that I'm just a jerk.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so basically it's just like there's a basement which you don't go into. I don't know what's in the basement, but you're basically on the ground floor or on the second floor. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
So I'm on the ground floor, and right behind me is a couple, husband and wife, I assume, younger than myself, probably about 10 years younger than myself, I suppose.
Okay.
They weren't kids, or anything, but
yeah. Gotcha.
So we get in, and I got in first, and they're like, "Oh, hey, push two." They're all like,
Were they all like spazzy or something?
Yeah, they're all worried about like,
You look like you're mentally challenged. Can you hit the number 2 for me, please?
No, I wasn't the mentally challenged one. No. And they're like, so there's only 3 buttons to push. You're either gonna push where you are, which you're not gonna go anywhere.
Right.
You're gonna go to the basement. You're gonna go to the second floor. So then they're like start looking at it like, well, guess we don't have much of a choice, do we, honey? I swear to God, I turn to the guy. I go, "Hey, this ain't Willy Wonka, okay?"
Talk about a little reference.
Crickets. Nothing.
This ain't the Wonka Vader, asshole.
I know. I got I go, that is a killer funny line.
That's funny,
it was so funny. It bombed. These people could not wait to get away from me. Yeah, they were like,
you didn't say, "Hey, I've got a golden ticket."
Yeah. You want to check my pocket because I got a golden ticket.
Don't care how, I want it now.
Yeah, I was like the Benny Hill show. Then they took off.
You could have said, "Violet, you're turning violet."
Yeah. Hey, Veruca.
Veruca.
Now, why did I do that for? Why did I do?
Veruca. I don't know why you did that.
I don't know why. I thought it was a funny line. It was just totally bombed. Like
it's not the Wonka.
It's like Willy Wonka.
It's Willy Wonka. They probably didn't get it. They're probably like, this guy's deranged.
It's like the Mental Institute, you moron.
I heard that Raoul Dahl was a sex pervert, just like this guy.
Mm-hmm. This Larry Flint looking MFer.
Mm-hmm. He looks like a coach without a team.
Speaking French, like that Willy Wonka or wherever the hell he said. I don't know what the hell he said.
So did they get off on the floor with you, or?
Yeah, well, yeah, there wasn't that many choices. Yeah, I mean, it was like, which one do you want?
Basement? Back and took it all the way down to the basement and seeing whatever was down there.
We're just gonna go take the stairs. Thank you.
Yeah, we're not gonna. Yeah.
Oh, totally
I think
bombed.
I think he farted.
Yeah, that was like my one joke stand-up set, you know, and it bombed. Yeah, I was like,
well, why
sorry,
are you lashing out at these poor people and just want
I
to
don't
go to
know.
the second
I don't
floor?
know. I just had Tourette's. I don't know. I just like
No,
letting it out like
no Willy Wonka.
just like Willy Wonka MFers.
This ain't Willy Wonka, man.
Oh well, I bombed. I hate bombing. Damn it.
Yeah, that's weird. You're being weird.
I know. I thought it was weird too. I'm like, after it bombed, I'm like, ooh, maybe I shouldn't have said that. Yeah.
I'm surprised you didn't turn around and say, you know what happened to the kid that got everything? I don't want to know.
Did I have that chocolate in your pocket? You get nothing, sir. Nothing. Good day. Good day, sir. Lucky I didn't break into that. That really would have scared him. Like, really. Oh, God, let's get out of here. Yeah, I kind of do look like a fat Slugworth, basically. Yeah.
You don't look anything like Slugworth.
Yeah. You don't look anything like him.
You look nothing. You look absolutely nothing like Slugworth.
Sorry. I don't know. I'm just some jerk, man, you know.
They would never pick you out of a lineup if they said he looks like a fat Slugworth.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And you start licking the buttons and say, the snozberries taste like snozberries.
Here, everyone lick it.
Lick it. That would be like a Rick and Morty thing.
Yeah, right? I don't know.
So okay. Well,
I'm gonna give up on
you're obviously angry and lashing out at people. That's nice.
I didn't mean to. I thought it was funny. I just you know, it was shot in the miss, you know. It was an air ball, you know. It was like,
did you go, oh, I'm sorry. Let me take another crack at that, would you?
All right. Let's all get out of the elevator. Let's walk back in.
You guys go back. Let's start over. Give me a do-over. Give me a
yeah. You give me a setup, and I'm going to improv like what I would say. Yeah. Let's do it again.
What do you? It's like calling mockery in the real world here or something.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. We're doing a whole whose line is it? You know.
That's right. Whose line is it anyway?
Things not to say in an elevator.
Your ass looks nice.
You too, ma'am.
I suppose that would be something not to say in an elevator.
Yeah, yeah.
There could be others.
Yeah, I might have to take the stairs from here on out. I don't know.
You probably should anyway. I mean, honestly.
Yeah, I know. No
Coach, you need to do some, run through the tires and crawl underneath the ropes and so forth. Do the obstacle course.
Right. Yeah, no joke. So, yeah, crazy times.